Hey guys, and welcome to Find Your Flow. I'm Natalie, and this is a 20-minute wind down stretch that you can do anytime, either day or night. This is a low to ground supported stretch practice to help you find ease and relieve tension. And there will be options for everyone to explore in their own way. I do recommend grabbing a few props if you have any, something like a blanket for either under your knees or for under your hips as a seat, and maybe some bricks or blocks if you do have them to bring the ground up to you. But don't worry if you don't, everyone is welcome. So hop on your mat and let's get started. Okay guys, let's get started and come to a kneeling position of choice. Now if kneeling doesn't work, feel free to cross the legs or come to another seat. But if you are kneeling, you might want this little bit of padding under the knees themselves. So adjust that as required. Sitting up nice and tall through the torso, let that imaginary piece of string in the crown of your head lift you up towards the sky. Feel the spine lengthen and all this space be created in the torso for the breath to fill and empty. And we'll begin by settling in and tuning into our breath, that natural rhythm as it flows in and out through the nose if possible. Acknowledge what you've brought with you to your mat today. And if you are practicing this as intended at night time or whatever time you're choosing to go to sleep, then perhaps reflect on the day you've had so far for just a moment. Release the need to judge, but allow the space to acknowledge what has been and gone. And be aware of any residue this may have left on you. Sometimes we can have a few things go against us in our day and it can really mess up with our energy. And that energy can stay quite clouded all the way up until we rinse, repeat, sleep and wake up. So there's no need to criticize. Be loving with whatever you've brought with you to your mat. Maybe take a quick intention or mantra, something that resonates with you around the theme of gratefulness for simply showing up. It could be something as simple as, I am thankful for being here. Whisper it again, I am thankful for being here. Staying in tune with your breath, can we begin to slow it down slightly so our exhale is that bit longer than our inhale? And as we move through our practice today, we'll continue to extend, allowing it without force to feel a bit fuller. And if any of that residue from your day so far does feel quite heavy, feel free to let out a big old sigh through the mouth. Make it big, make it really releasing. Maybe one more if we really need to. Nice. Let's get started with a little movement. Rolling forward straight onto hands and knees, tabletop position. Adjust that under knee support as required. And from here, begin to wiggle your tail one way, take your gaze to the opposite. And then swapping sides, tail one way, head the opposite. Keep your movement going at any pace. We'll focus on lots of different parts of the body today, kind of a all over release and reset. But there'll always be that subtle focus of our breath to help settle our mind and that vast world within us. Rolling back to center. Drop the belly, lift the tailbone, shine the heart forward to cow. Have a little rock forward towards the wrists. We tuck the toes and sit hips back to heels. Then shift into center, rounding through to cat. Drop tailbone, drop the gaze, really spread apart the shoulder blades. Same movement, little rock forward and little rock back. Roll yourself through to center and back to all fours. From here, keep your left toes tucked under and extend the leg all the way out behind you. Take a slight rock back and forward. Nice, keep it going. Then rocking back to center, pivoting on your right knee, rock your right foot out to the side. So we're on the inside arch of our left foot now. And send your left hand all the way up to the sky. Nice. And release, drop the palm. We'll go 2 more times. Inhale to open. Exhale to lower. 1 more time, rising up. And release. Beautiful. Come back onto both knees. Have a moment to wiggle hips through side to side. Before we do swap sides, take one drop again through the belly into cow. Really push through the palms. Rounding your way into cat. And keep that strong rootedness through the fingertips. Rolling back to center, right toes tuck, extend the leg back. Rock the weight forward and back. And if anywhere's feeling a little bit tender today, feel free to stay in a particular space that moment longer and tend to it, tend to the tenderness. And as we come back to center, pivot on your left knee, take the foot out, come onto inner arch of right foot as right hand reaches to the sky. Nice, and drop it down. We'll find 2 more times just like that, opening and closing. Last time. And as you release, come back to tabletop, have that wiggle to reset. Fantastic. From here, left foot makes a big step forward to the top of our mat. Can we take it outside the left hand if possible? We'll start with our toes pointing forward and just hold it there. You might want to grab hold of some extra height. You can take that height as high as you'd like it to be. And if you'd like that bit more, then tuck the toes and lift that back knee. But we're pausing here, slowing down our movement, mirroring this by slowing down our breath. Nice and carefully drop your back knee if it was lifted. And we'll meet with our front toes turning out on a diagonal 10 o'clock position. Again, hands stay in center. Feel free to take them even higher. We'll hold it there for just a moment in our lizard pose. Then with awareness still on the hips, find big circles one way. Big circles the other way. Let your hips be heavy, dropping towards front of your mat. Hold it there. Left hand comes to inside the left knee or thigh. We'll gently push away and rock onto outer edge of our left foot. Now it might not rock away that much, and that's okay. Stay with your breath, a slightly different sensation, coming more towards that outer left hip perhaps in the glute area. If we feel the temptation to rock out of this, see if we can use our breath to test the water and stay a little heavier towards the front of the mat with the hips. Nice. Now, as we release, take it steady. Rock yourself back, straighten the left leg, flex toes to face. Now, we might want our support higher and see if the belly can drop slightly lower towards the thigh. There's one final option here, and if this is too intense and you're thinking, what? Not today, don't worry. But it's there as a choice. We'll tuck our back toes, push the hips back to the heel, and really sit back, extra stretch through the foot. The belly stays heavy towards the heel. Nope, towards the thigh. We breathe and be really mindful that the neck stays long here. So rather than this big collapse, continue to extend through the crown of the head. There's a lot going on, so stay with your breath, keep it long, full, feel the belly expand and deflate. And take your time, bend the front knee, lift up, and whether that back toe was tucked or not, untuck it and tap it on the mat. Fantastic. Dropping back to all fours, holding it there. Take that little rock of the hips and head from side to side, just like we did earlier. Then make your way to center, right foot now steps forward, keeping the toes pointing to the front of the mat to begin with. Pause in there, and again, take whatever extra height you would like. Staying in our lunge. And as always, the rule is there. If you feel comfortable, feel free to lower the gaze. You might even have some candles to light this space. So really try and take your awareness away from the external as much as you can and into this vast landscape within you. Either hold in there or tuck the toes, lift the knee, and even when physically sensations grow a bit stronger, notice what that does to the awareness within us. Where do our thoughts head to? Does the mind grow busier or quieter? And can we stay trusted in the anchor of our breath to welcome us back? Maybe remind yourself of your short mantra or intention that you set at the start of this practice. As we drop the back knee, together turn the front toes out to a clock. Hold it there for a moment, just feeling more comfortable in your lizard pose. Sometimes this requires the back knee to walk back just a hair more. Then finding your circles one direction and the other direction. Rolling back to center. We'll bring right hand to inside of right knee or thigh. Push away to the outer edge of your right foot. Holding it there for one more deep breath in. And out. Now, as the foot plants down, it turns forward again. We'll lengthen our right leg and rock the hips back. So hold it here with belly dropping that little bit heavier. As always, adjust height, adjust where the hands are, find some support that feels right for you. And either stay here or there's that option of back toes tucking, hips sitting all the way back to that back heel and lowering a little more through the torso. Neck long, maybe gaze down. Deep breath in, long breath out. Nice. Now front knee bends, rock your weight forward. And then when you're ready, step it back. Ooh. And give your hips a wiggle, circle them round, take whatever you need here to feel good. Feel free to stay in tabletop position with this movement, or if we would like a little bit more, tuck the toes, reach the palms forward and lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog, the only one of our practice. So really make it count. And together we'll meet back down in tabletop and walk our hands back inside the knees. So we're coming to a low yogi squat position. Now I'm keeping my blanket here and you might want to do the same. If we position our blanket beneath our heels, it can give us that bit of extra height and support to lift the ground up to us. So if it feels like it is quite a long way away, that's okay, we've got the help. If you want to fold it a little bit more, feel free to do that. But rather than staying static in our squat to begin with, we'll keep some soft movement going. So take support from the mat with fingertips and rock it side to side. We're looking to keep our feet nice and wide here so that the knees can roll out wide and we can really get a big release for the hips. Our hips not only can hold on to a lot of physical tension, but they can also hold on to a lot of emotional heaviness and stickiness as well. So if you have had an emotional day, Lord knows I have many, many times, a hip release can work wonders not only for physical, but for the emotional and mental well-being as well. And if you randomly burst into tears, don't worry, that's a good thing. The release is working. Nice. Now if we can come into center and finding a little stillness, if it works far better to keep moving, then please do, take what you need. We might bring the elbows out to the inner knees and bring the palms together to find that extra bit of sturdiness here. But wherever you are, keep breathing. Make it long, make it deep. We'll stay here for one final breath. And as we plant our palms very carefully, drop knees back down to the mat. We'll bring the toes to touch and push straight back into a child's pose. Again, knees can have the blanket beneath them if you'd like, but let your forehead lower. We can always use our block to lift the ground up to the forehead if that suits. And if you have a little bit more of your day left to do, feel free to stay here in child's pose to finish your practice there. If you are scooping yourself straight into bed after this, then please bring the legs round and make your way onto the mat for our final resting posture. Take whatever extra support you'd like. Pillows, dressing gowns, duvets are all advised and recommended. And take these next few moments to really settle in and actually pay attention to how you've positioned yourself here. So if you do need to fidget, itch, wiggle, then do it. Get it all out the system so you feel you can finally come to a place of more comfort and stillness. Is there one wish that you have for yourself here as you enter the next part of your day or night and leave the rest of it behind? Is it one word? Maybe it's a sentence. What do you choose to take with you to your next step? Thank yourself for showing up today, now and always. You're doing so well just by being here. Sending my love all the way through the screen to you. I thank you.